Alrighty, so today I want to talk about GDC Part 3 and more specifically of the predictions that I have for the upcoming celebration, what we could potentially be seeing, and all of that fun stuff. Now, if you are up to date with the Dokkan content creation scene, you've probably seen this image, but I didn't really want to cover this specifically in a video outside of doing predictions, right? Because I don't want to potentially, and again, there's nothing wrong with this, but I just didn't want to put the word out where it's like, oh yeah, like part 3. I didn't want to say like an LR is confirmed and all of these fun things. But what we have here in the data download is a map upcoming for what appears to be a Dokkan event. So what this likely means is that we are going to be seeing a new character during part 3 of GDC. Now, is this a complete 100% guarantee, double down, triple down, quadruple down, it's all over? No. Is this pointing in the direction of us getting a character for part 3, which is very atypical of them? Yes. So, what I want to do is talk about potentially who it could be. Now, really, I think when it comes to the confines of what we need to stay in my opinion, I think we should be staying within the GT realm. And I have GT bosses pulled up for one specific reason, and that is going to be the fact that we have some events returning to the game. And with those events returning to the game, what do we have here? Who are these guys, right? Vegeta from GT, right? So what happens to Vegeta in GT, notably, other than him getting Super Saiyan 4? Baby. Right? So it really looks to me like I think that Baby is going to be the next character that they are going to debut in Dokkan for GDC Part 3, but I don't think this is just like 100% set in stone, right? Because this is also like not just all like Baby Saga Vegeta stuff, right? Like Rildo, not Baby. Giru is present throughout GT, right? Super Saiyan Goku present throughout GT. GT Vegeta present throughout GT, right? But again, like Vegeta's most notable thing from GT is Baby Vegeta, right? I think that's like Super Saiyan 4 is like probably the most notable thing Vegeta gets in GT, but like if we're talking outside of like a Super Saiyan form, like his main kind of plot point in GT is the Baby Saga, right? Where it's like the most prominent and stuff like that. So I feel like he is probably the most likely to be given a character during this if they want to continue to buff GT, because GT bosses is unironically like a really good team right now. Like we have you, 2 really good characters. You would be really good if you weren't banned everywhere. These 3 characters are very good as well. And really what we're missing, because you're limited time buffs, right? And you are just like, you know, usable in a vacuum. We're really missing like that 6th standout character. And I think a new Super Baby 2, potentially a transforming baby, could be a good little part 3 LR if we are going to get it, right? Now, again, the idea that this is just like completely guaranteed is not like set in stone yet, right? I think that would be disingenuous to me to say like, oh, this is a Dokkan event, this is what we are getting, because of the fact that we just haven't seen this before. The closest thing that I could think of to us getting this is the 9th anniversary for Global, when we got Tech UI Goku for the 9th anniversary, because Global, and this is like why I came, like when people would ask me this on stream, it's like, who are we getting for part 3? I'll kind of just laugh it off and be like, I mean, listen, man, we don't get part 3 characters. But like I said, with Tech UI, what they were trying to do there was rapidly catch the game up in terms of like, because of the sync, right? That was like a big thing. Because of the sync, we had to catch the game up super fast for Global. So what they essentially did was like the 9th anniversary into Worldwide was just like if you were a Global spender, that was horrible, right? Because you were just like LR after LR after LR after LR, 9th anniversary LRs, right? Like Beast Gohan, best character like the game's ever dropped basically when he came out. Like you got to have this character if you want to play the game. And then coming right off of that, it's like, oh, here's Tech UI, also one of the most hype LRs that they could drop. And then it's like, okay, right after that, here's legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Here's Broly from Second Coming, right? It was just a brutal stretch. They dropped Cell Max in that stretch. So it's like, again, part 3, typically this would not be the way that they do things, right? It's just like part 1, part 2, all of these things would be really good. So looking at this here, I think GT Heroes is also something that we could potentially get. Right now, I think if we were to get like, to me, I just don't see them doing like the most hype thing possible, because if they were going to do that, I feel like they would want to put that into part 1 or part 2. So it's like, to me, like, the king of hype has already dropped, right? Like, I don't, based from what I can tell, this is the king of hype in Dragon Ball games. Maybe Gogeta Blue hasn't beat. Maybe. I'm not sure. But, like, you have something like that to consider as well. So, like, they already dropped this guy. They already dropped a character with Vegito Blue as part of it. So, really, to me, there's not much that they can do that would outshine both of those characters in terms of hype for part 3. So it wouldn't surprise me if this part 3 LR, in theory, were to be somebody that's a little bit less hype, right? Like, Super Baby 2 is not Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, right? Like, we can all agree with that. Super Baby 2 absolutely deserves a Dokkan Fest. It doesn't need to be an LR, but it at least needs to be a Dokkan Fest, right? And I didn't really talk about this, but the geography, or not like, yeah, the geography of this, right? Like the landscape, the environment, this is very tough to get like anything from, right? Because imagine this was like, maybe some people would have it in the replies. Yeah, something like this could definitely be possible. Like Goku from the end of Z or something. But like, you look at this here and there's just not much, right? Like a regular, like, Earth. Right? That's all you got. This doesn't really indicate to me the baby fight from that, because of the fact that this is going to be like, it would be Planet Tuffle, right? That's sort of what it would look like. I doubt we would start at Earth and then go to Planet Tuffle, but it's also not impossible, because like Baby has to get everybody first, right? Like he doesn't go to Planet Tuffle to get Vegeta, right? Like that could be like one thing that starts, like all of the shenanigans start on Earth for Super Baby 2. But like, I just don't think that there is a lot to go off of here, right? This could easily just be like an end of Z Goku, like that guy posted in the GIF, right? I think that would make sense with the countdown. Oh my god, I don't know if I could pull up these countdown images. No, it would take it. There's been so much stuff that's happened in this game. It would take forever to go back there and get it. But the countdown images, if you guys remember, you have to take my word for it. You'll remember when we were speculating on this, right? Because this was all pointing towards Daima for a very long time, and then just boom, we got hit with the teaser and it was Future Saga, right? So the countdown images went from like starting at OG Dragon Ball and then sort of went to the end of Z with like Porunga and stuff like that. So the end of Z Goku would also make sense from this, just on the simple fact that we just don't have much representation for that specific Goku, right? Like, we would be here all day if we could go to Dokkan, if we went to Cars, right? This would be fun. If we search Goku, so I was in title mode. So if we just search Goku, right? How far back do we have to go? Let's go to page 7, right? Just the end, right? How many Goku characters? I think there's only like one of him being in his like end of Z Gi, right? Where it's like, you know, the more blue focused one. Right here, right? This is an end of Z Goku. Do we have any other Gokus from the end of Z? I don't think so. You dropped... A lot of these characters dropped before your boy was playing. But no, definitely not. So this is like the only Goku in this outfit. And I wouldn't be surprised if this could end up being like an end of the series LR for this Goku. Like, that would make sense, right? Like a base Goku. The problem is he just doesn't really fit into like what we're looking for right now, because I don't believe he is on any of the character's leader skills, because he's not a fused fighter. He's not on Future Saga. He's not a GT hero. He's not a GT boss. He's not a super boss. So I don't really know how well he would work in terms of like how he'd be looking for other characters and stuff like that for the, like, in part of the celebration. So I don't really see him being like a leading candidate, but it also could just be like a benchmark or a start for something else, right? Because we've seen anniversaries do this before, where it's like these characters don't have any overlap, right? Like, you can't run Omega on Gogeta's team, right? You can't run Gogeta on Rose's team. You can't run Goku and Vegeta on Rose's team, right? Like, it's just kind of like, but there's always one character that has that. So you could also think of it that way. So end of Z Goku, I think, is an option. I think Super Baby 2 is maybe my leading candidate right now. But there's one thing that I have not mentioned in this video yet, and that was intentional. Daima. We don't have much Daima. And Daima does start on Earth, if I'm not mistaken. I already forget. Like, it's in and out with Daima. But these characters from Daima, we still have to get. I think if they were to do Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini, this could be a time for it. We'll have to wait and see. But like the representation that we have for Daima right now is just gross, right? Like that's what we have right here, and then we have Glorio. So it's definitely time for us to get more stuff from Daima. Like I don't know why we're waiting. The longer they wait, the less hype it'll be. LR Beast Gohan could have been like, despite how successful of a release that was in terms of his kit and how good he was for the game, they could have had a lot more hype for Beast Gohan had they dropped him at the right time, right? And I just want them to learn from their mistakes, because I would view the handling of Beast Gohan, in my opinion, I think that was a mistake for Dokkan. Because STR Beast Gohan was so good, it felt like a make-right. That's kind of like how I felt about it at the time, right? So let me know down below, who do you guys think the Part 3 character is going to be? Right now, my leading predictions are End of Z Goku, Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini, and Super Baby 2. If there is even going to be one. Again, this is just all speculation because of what we have in the data, because of things on tweets. If it ends up not being anything, it ends up not being anything. Not the end of the world. But again, let me know down below what you guys think. If you enjoyed this one and are excited for Part 3, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you are new so that we don't miss out on any of my Dokkan content. Thank you guys for watching. I love all of you, and I'll see you all in the next one.